Good evening students, welcome back to BSc second year physics class. In today's lecture, we are going to start with a new chapter, that is statistical basis and thermodynamics. It is the last point from our syllabus or last chapter or last part of our syllabus, that is statistical mechanics. In this lecture, we are going to discuss its introductory part, then what is the probability, then probability and frequency, what is the difference between the probability and frequency. Then we discuss principle of equal a priori probability and additive and multiplication rules of probability. These are the points we are going to discuss in today's lecture. Actually, a statistical mechanics, it is a branch of physics that combines the principles and procedure of statistics with the laws of both classical and quantum mechanics, particularly with respect to the field of thermodynamics. That's why the name of chapter is statistical basis and thermodynamics. Actually, it aims to predict and explain the measurable properties of macroscopic system on the basis of the properties and behavior of microscopic constituents of those systems. Sorry. Actually, it aims to predict and explain the measurable properties of macroscopic system on the basis of microscopic constituents. Okay. A statistical mechanics interprets, for example, a thermal energy as the energy of atomic particles in disordered states and temperature as a quantitative measure of how energy is shared among such particles. Okay. Statistical mechanics draws heavily on the law of probability, okay, so that it does not concentrate on the behavior of every individual particle in a macroscopic substance, but and the average behavior of large number of particles of the same kind. That is the advantage of statistical mechanics in thermodynamics, because it does not concentrate on the behavior of every individual particle, but the average behavior of large number of particles of the same kind. That phenomena can be used. Okay. Now, if we move forward, then what is the probability? First of all, actually probability means a possibility. It is a branch of mathematics that deals with the occurrence of a random event. The value is expressed from 0 to 1. It ranges from 0 to 1. Probability has been introduced in mathematics to predict how likely the events are to be happen. Okay. The meaning of probability is basically the extent to which something is likely to happen. This is the basic probability theory, which is also used in the probability distribution, and that we are going to use in Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution, Bose-Einstein distribution or Fermi-Dirac distribution laws, where you will learn the possibility of the outcomes for a random experiment. Okay. To find the probability of a single event to occur, first we should know the total number of possible outcomes. Then and then we can find out its probability. For example, when we toss a coin, either we get head or tail. There are only two possibilities, outcomes are possible, that is head or tail. But if we toss two coins in the air, there should be three possibilities of events to occur, such as both coins shows head, or both shows tail, or one show head or and one tail, that is HH, head head, head tail, or tail tail. In this way we can find out the probability of or possibility to predict how likely the events are to be happen. Now, how we can define the probability? Probability is a measure of likelihood of an event to occur. Many events cannot be predicted with total certainty. We can predict only the chance of an event to occur, that is how likely they are to happen. Using it, probability can range from 0 to 1, as we know. Or according to James Clerk Maxwell, the true logic of the world is in the calculus of probability. Or the similar word of the probability is nothing but a chance. Chance is a word which is in common use in everyday living. A radio or a TV reporter speaking of tomorrow's weather may say there is a 60% chance of rain. You might say there is a small chance that I shall live to be 100-year old. Scientists also use the word chance. A seismologist may be interested in the question, what is the chance that there will be a earthquake of a certain size in India or in coming years? Means chance means the probability of occurrence. Okay. Now, a formula for probability. The probability formula is defined as the possibility of an event to happen is equal to the possibility of the event to happen is equal to the ratio of the number of favorable outcomes and total number of outcomes. Number of favorable outcomes to the total number of outcomes. The probability of event to happen, which is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. This is the formula for probability. Number of favorable outcomes to the total number of outcomes. Sometimes students get mistake for favorable outcome with desirable outcomes. This is the basic formula, but there are some more formula for different situations or events. Okay. Now, frequency and relative frequency and probability. If one flips a normal coin, it is equally like that one will obtain head or tail. Or one way of experiencing this is to say that the ratio of head to tail is 1:1. Another way of expressing the relationship is to be describe the relative frequency of each outcome. The relative frequency is the frequency of the times each outcome the relative frequency is the fraction of times each outcome is achieved. Relative frequency can be calculated by taking the count of an individual kind of outcome and divided by the total count for all kinds of outcomes. For a ratio of 1:1, there are two total outcomes, so the relative frequency of head is 1/2 or 0.5 or half probability 0.5, and the relative frequency of tail is the same. It is normal practice to express relative frequency as decimal fraction. Now, one can also express this relationship using a probability. If we see this table, if a system behaves consistently over time, it is responsible to expect that the relative frequency at which we observe a certain event is related to probability of occurrence of that event. Come again. If a system behaves consistently over a time, it is responsible to expect that the relative frequency at which we observe a certain event is related to the probability of occurrence of that event. If the probability of obtaining head is 0.5, then if we flip a coin many times, we would expect to obtain heads with a relative frequency of 0.5. Based on these assumptions, we can state that expected relative frequency of any outcome is equal to the frequency of that outcome. Means there is no large difference between the frequency and the probability. Based on the 1:1 ratio of the head to the tail, the probability of obtaining tail is also a 0.5 and expected frequency is 0.5 as well, that shown in this table 1. This gives the relation between the ratios of frequency and the probability for a penny. Means getting head having one half probability and getting tail having half probability, same as that of our relative frequency. Okay, then what is the difference between the absolute and relative frequency? If we see this table 2, it explains the relation between the absolute and relative frequency. If we assume that you have a normal penny, you flip 87 times and get heads 46 times and tail in a 41 times. Okay, if we toss a coin 87 times, from that we are getting 46 times heads and 41 times tail, then we can describe these outcomes in terms of absolute frequencies. 46 and 41 are the absolute frequencies. The absolute frequency is the actual number of times an outcome is observed. In this case, we should say that the absolute frequency are 46 heads and 41 tail. If we are talking about the relative, 46 by 87, it gives 0.529. It is the actual relative frequency. If we divide 41 by 87, it gives 0.471. It is the actual relative frequency for getting tail. This is the main difference between the absolute frequency or relative frequency. Okay, any doubt in this? Next, principle of equal A probability, that we will discuss in next lecture. If you have any doubt related with these terms, you can ask me. Okay, thank you.